Claas congratulates the Vanderloop equipment team for its well-deserved recognition. For more than 25 years, Vanderloop has been one of the leading retailers of Claas Jaguar forage harvesters throughout the U.S. We at Claas are proud to be part of the Vanderloop team.
Communication and follow through.
Okay.
I would probably say that's the... I don't think, being able to find a part instantaneously, knowing every part number, again, is good, but I think most customers are okay, and at least from what I've been able to tell of telling them, I don't exactly know that answer, but I will find that answer out for you, and following up makes that, I think makes a huge difference to them, and they appreciate that. Maybe it's I can't order this part, but I can, let me check Parts Depot. Let me see where else there's another dealer. What can I do if I can't personally order it, there's probably a plan B I can go for, or plan C or plan D. That's the biggest thing I would probably say is communication, follow up, and sometimes just being real creative. So, because a lot of times it's, if you can't get a part, you got to find an alternative because they need that. I think because I've been doing this for so many years, you do kind of get, depending on who it is, some of them will tiptoe around you a little bit more. There are still a few customers. It's way less now, but when I first started, there were a few male customers that did not want to talk to me. And it's not that uncommon. I think every job I've had has been like that. You almost have to kind of like prove to them, and maybe it's not just the girl thing or because I was new or whatever. I know there's a couple of them it's because I was a girl, but you almost have to earn their trust. And if you can do that, you're golden. I mean, when I first started and now, I can only think of 2 growers as of right now that usually, they're nice to me, but they aren't going to usually come to me for stuff because I haven't earned their trust quite yet to that point. But I think besides that, if you can dish it out to them and you got tough skin, they don't usually notice all that much, and they kind of don't think about it, I think. So if you're timid and scared of them and get worked up over stuff, then they don't usually like that. But I guess that's the big thing I've seen is just some of them you have to earn their trust. They're not just going to hand it over to you. You have to prove don't worry, I will take care of you. It's okay. So
yeah, and I know what I'm talking about.
But that's probably that's the biggest thing I think I've seen. So, and just you show them respect, they'll show you respect. They're slow to trust farmers sometimes. So they're very set in their ways and they're old school, and I get it, but you earn their trust, or at least try, they're going to notice that after a while. Yeah. So I think that's the biggest thing. I would probably say from now compared to where I was, and again, maybe that's an age thing too. When I first started out of college, when I got through, I worked at a co-op, and maybe it was an age or a girl thing. I mean, you had to work twice as hard just to get them to maybe start calling you for stuff. It seems like things have to be worked harder on. And it was almost not that old, but going from fresh out of college to now, it almost seems that a lot of farmers are more open to it's not just a guy's world anymore. There's a lot of girls in there. I know a lot of parts people that are girls. There's oodles and oodles of them. That seems to be I almost want to say it's almost like a girl position now at this point with how many there are. And I think that the reason is for that is the detail-oriented thing. I think girls are probably more detail-oriented, but they're probably more likely to follow up and have that more communication side that I think being in parts you almost have to have. So I think that's why there are more girls in this position now too, or that's been ramping up. And maybe that's another reason why growers as a whole are well, it's you're going to get either one, if they know what they're doing, then what does it matter? Right. So But yeah, I would probably say from even back when I got out of college to now, it's things have changed enough, and growers have started to adapt a lot more now too. It's a lot easier now than it was back then.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's definitely
So